Alibaba Group, the Chinese multinational technology company, reported their Q2 2023 earnings on August 10. The information is reported in the Chinese yuan. $1 is equal to 7.21 renminbi. Revenue was up 14% to 234 billion yuan. A breakdown of revenue by division shows that the Taobao and Tmall Group earned 115 billion yuan, around half of Alibaba's total business. It was up 12% year-over-year. In fact, all business lines were up year-over-year. Alibaba International Digital Commerce Group was the largest percent gainer, up 41% to 22 billion yuan. The Local Services Group posted 14.5 billion yuan, up 30%. The Canal Smart Logistics Network Limited saw 23 billion in revenue, better by 34%. The Cloud Intelligence Group earned 25 billion, improved by 4%. The Digital Media and Entertainment Group at 5.4 billion yuan gained 36%, and their other business came in at 45.5 billion, up just 1%. Alibaba's gross margin was 39%. Operating profit was 42.5 billion yuan, or about 18% of total revenue. Total operating expenses were lower year-over-year, generating at 70% gain. Pre-tax income was 36 billion. The company had a 6 billion yuan interest income expense compared to a 6 billion interest income gain the year before. Still, this metric was up 24%. Net income came in at 34 billion yuan, up 50%. The enterprise value of Alibaba is 1.9 trillion renminbi. The market value ratios were positively impacted by a 3.6% share reduction year-over-year. Earnings per share were up 57% to 1.67 yuan. Sales per share grew to 11.4 times, up 18%. Cash per share also improved to 11x, better by 21%. Book value per share was 55 yuan. The annualized price earnings for Alibaba is 15. The S&P 500 is 25.78. PE growth is 0.26. The balance sheet data is quarter-over-quarter data, where the income statement is year-over-year. The debt ratio is 0.09, slightly worse as the company expanded long-term debt by 8 billion yuan. Alibaba still has lots of room to borrow if needed. Debt to equity is 0.14. Debt grew faster than equity. Interest coverage improved, though at 23.8 it is strong. Short-term liquidity has a good current ratio at 1.92 and a quick ratio at 1.45. Numbers over 1 mean current assets exceed current liabilities. The cash ratio at 0.60 further supports their short-term liquidity strength. Return on assets annualized was just 7.7%. Return on equity was 12%. Alibaba is underutilizing their assets and equity. The equity multiplier is 1.56. Cash from operations was 45 billion, up 34%. Investing cash flows were 15.6 billion yuan. Financing cash outflows were negative 24.6 billion yuan. Free cash flow to Alibaba Group is 260 billion yuan, or about $36 billion. Alibaba doesn't pay a dividend.